This year's show is serious, fun and frenetic by turns, says Francine Raymond. Another year, another Chelsea, but this show is more generously sponsored. 4 more large gardens than last year, a more diverse field of designers, 12 out of 26 are female, and more international contributors. There also seems to be less waste, more concern for the environment, with fewer gardens destined for the skip. Of course, we'll have to wait until the great day to see the gardens, feel the atmosphere and judge the show. Gardens That Live on the Urban Flow Garden by Tony Woods with the King's Fund report commissioned by the National Garden Scheme, recognizing significant reductions in a range of illnesses as the result of gardening. Matt Catley's Feel Good Garden for the RHS will be opened by British rapper Professor Green on Monday. In the past, the professor has opened up about his mental health struggles, and the garden will be donated to Camden. Other gardens relocating include the Wedgwood Garden to its visitor HQ, the Spirit of Cornwall to Hadlow College, Embroidered Minds to the Epilepsy Society's grounds, Kate Gould's Garden to Old Quebec Street for the Westminster community, the Myeloma Garden to St. Francis Hospice and Urban Flow Garden to the Roots and Shoots charity based in Kennington, South London. Handmade products. Milwaukee shears have been shortlisted for Product of the Year. In a world of plastic thriving vigorously in the gardening world, there is a reassuring trend afoot that values handmade tools that last and improve with age. Jake Hobson, founder of Milwaukee, says, "Most of our range comes with sustainable wooden handles. We respect makers and the handmade, and so do our customers. Our more expensive ranges easily outsell the cheaper products." Milwaukee, whose shears have been shortlisted for Product of the Year, has recently partnered with a Japanese family, who hand-produced some of their tools. The Workman's Jacket in Burnt Orange by the Carrier Company. The Carrier Company has been selling gardening wear at Chelsea for 30 years. Tina Guillory tells me, "We specialize in handmade garments in natural fabrics like cords and cotton drills that improve with age. Although our comfy trousers and dungarees sell well, our Workman's Jacket outsells everything and won't date." Their color for this season is burnt orange, a shade I'm loving in the garden this year. See left. Alpine plants. Are alpine plants losing their rockery, botanist image and blooming in small urban gardens? Grower Darcy. Monty Don featured alpines a couple of weeks ago, and I have a modest collection. The Hartley Botanic Trade Stand, SR32, features its new iron gray plant house with raised staging for close-up display of alpines, succulents, saxifrages and sedums, though most are hardy despite their fragile appearance. Climate control. Kate Gould's West End Secret Garden. Tony Woods' design for Thames Water, in the new Space to Grow category, simulates the average urban garden designed with water conservation in mind, deflecting and processing pollution, and features a range of planting that can cope with our unpredictable weather patterns. Kate Gould's new West End Garden uses hidden technology to create a more pleasant, urban environment. When passers-by tread on the paving slabs, electricity is generated, powering a pump that circulates fresh air. Elegant entertaining. Chesney's Barbecue Heater. The passion for eating outside continues. Shortlisted Product of the Year. Chesney's Barbecue Heater looks like a wood burner with a grill on top. Keep warm while you cook. This expensive bit of kit might take over from the Big Green Egg. Are you sitting comfortably? Then take a pew on the Skull Handmade Steam Bench Chair, another shortlisted product. Incidentally, leftover food from the show will be redistributed. Good causes. Tom Massey, creator of the Lemon Tree Trust Garden, at Demise Refugee Camp to meet gardeners supported by the Lemon Tree Trust credit. Dirk Jan Visser. Gardening helps refugees put down new roots. Syrian refugees inspired the design of the Lemon Tree Garden by Tom Massey, reusing reclaimed, repurposed and upcycled materials typically available in camps. planted with drought-tolerant plants from the Syrian region including figs, lemons and pomegranate trees, all now growable in parts of this country, with edibles and herbs. Channels and a central fountain use gray water, something we should be encouraged to emulate with our erratic rainfall. 5 new plants: Iris, Blacktie Affair, Credit, Alamia. Hurried word with busy Mark Straver at Hortus Loci, which is providing the plants for a dozen show gardens, who points out the difficulties everyone has experienced this year, the worst growing season in living memory, from the coldest to the hottest almost overnight. Straver tells me there's an international range of planting from Yorkshire to Syria, so trends are hard to spot, that most designers are spending less, no £500,000 flights of fancy, so less wastage, that Hortus, which also has a retail arm, grows 85% of its plants and that percentage will increase because of disease precautions. Straver points out 5 plants of interest: a rare multi-stemmed ginkgo in Tony Woods' garden, Urban Flow, Cornus, Stellar Pink, at Tom Stewart Smith's Weston Garden, which should be covered with soft pink flowers. Matt Catley is showing a fabulous blue, black and navy iris Blacktie Affair in the RHS Feel Good Garden. Peonies, all the rage because of royal wedding connections, are featured by Chris Beardshaw in his woodland garden, but it's a rare ivory Paeonia obovata. The Wedgwood Garden's Joe Thompson, always good with color, is showing Salvia africana, another plant in this year's burnt orange. Recycling. Horticulture is a business notoriously bad at recycling. Unrecyclable plastic pots and labels proliferate. But times are changing. In Tom Stewart Smith's garden for the Weston Foundation, we are told, this is a garden where everything to the smallest detail is recycled. Many of the plants have been to Chelsea before, borrowed from Crocus for the show, and others will be reused afterwards. Stewart Smith says, all too often we are obsessed by novelty. I wanted to create an honest, mature garden at the heart of Chelsea. For this year's shortlisted Products of the Year, the Alpha peat-free composts are made from Lake District Brecon, and the aluminium base of Bridgman's Verona waterproof sofa is recyclable. Let's go wedding-tastic Rambler Rose. Bobby James, Credit, Alamy. Inevitably, the royal wedding has been taken up as a theme, especially in the marquee where Sarah Eberle's interactive installation for Hillier is called a royal celebration. A new clematis, Royal Wedding, from New Leaf Plants, predictably white, has been launched, as has a dark red one called Meghan. Meghan Markle's bridal bouquet, designed by florist Philippa Craddock, is rumored to feature peonies and white roses, the latter a favorite of Diana, Princess of Wales. Chelsea's London Gate, the nearest for visitors arriving by tube, will feature an English oak, a beautiful Californian cedar decorated with woodland flowers, designed by florist Kitten Grayson. Peeking through the foliage, visitors may spot a Botswanan springbok, a reminder of the country dear to Harry and Meghan. Chelsea Fringe, the floating meadow at Paddington Central, which will be moored throughout the Chelsea Fringe for visitors to climb aboard. Meanwhile, back in the real world, there is a range of garden-themed events running from May 19 to 27 all over the country. For further details, visit chelseafringe.com. Download an app telling you how to find the great trees of London wherever you are in the capital. Check out botanical paintings with a glass of Prosecco at Plants That Heal at Glass House Cafe, Sydney Street, SW3. Visit an Elixir of Letters, a letter carving exhibition at nearby Chelsea Physic Garden.